Shell is spending tens of millions of dollars on security in Nigeria. That's according to internal Shell documents leaked to a London oil watchdog platform. Most of the money is being spent here in the country's volatile Niger Delta region. Between 2007 and 2009, Shell spent almost 40%, and that's $383 million of its total security expenditure here. A year later, $65 million was spent on Nigerian government forces and $75 million on other, in inverted commas, security costs. For more, let's cross to Ben Amunwa. Ben is a researcher with Platform. That's the organisation which obtained the documents, and he joins me now from London. If these figures are to be believed, why is drilling for oil in Nigeria so dangerous?
Well, part of the answer to your question is really in the expenditure itself. In Platform's briefing, which is published today and available on our website, we analyse not only the spending patterns of the oil giant Shell, but also the social impacts. Because whilst the Niger Delta has seen a proliferation of different forms of violence and armed conflict over the last decade, the role of oil companies like Shell has been an active one in this conflict. And essentially Shell has poured tens of millions of dollars worth of security spending into the hands of known human rights abusers in Nigeria. That includes the government security forces, the army, police and other forces who have been notorious for repressive crackdowns, but it also includes armed militants, a variety of different groups, criminal gangs who have been responsible for abuses as well.
Now, in 2008, I remember sort of a couple of dozen, like probably more actually, up to a score of Shell employees being kidnapped. Some Shell employees have been killed in the region. So it's fairly certain the company is going to spend an enormous amount of money to try and protect its staff if the government isn't doing that. Well, that deafening silence will be because we haven't got London anymore. A problem with sound on that interview. But just to tell you that we're going to move on to Belgium now. We'll try and get Ben back for more on that story about how much Shell is paying to protect its employees in the Niger Delta. But for now, to Belgium and thousands of protesters